All right. Just got out of the shower. My hair's looking super pointy. Haven't slept this entire week. Perfect time to make a video. Today we're looking at a YouTube channel called Brown&Brown, which is comprised of Dan and Ed Brown, who are personal injury lawyers from St. Louis, which is my hometown.
Please don't sue me.
In particular, we're looking at a series called On the Road with Brown&Brown, where they visit various landmarks around St. Louis.
And behind us, you can see the Dairy Queen.
And you may be asking yourself, where is St. Louis? And why would I ever want to watch a video about personal injury lawyers? And to that, I would say, fair question.
Don't change the channel. No!
But just you wait, because you're in for a little treat. A teeny tiny snackaroonie.
Chocolate. Ah!
I remember seeing ads for Brown&Brown all the time as a kid, and they're pretty much your standard run-of-the-mill law service ads. But I was in St. Louis again recently, and now they have these infomercials that air at like 3 in the morning. The best way to describe the vibe of these videos is like Joe Pera meets Tim and Eric. For those of you who aren't familiar, Joe Pera plays this earnest Midwestern and very awkward character, and combine that with the absurdity of Tim and Eric. I could honestly see these videos airing on Adult Swim at like 3 in the morning, and they would just make sense. Most infomercials are designed to sell or promote products or services, and most of the time it feels stiff, over-rehearsed, disingenuous, but not Dan and Ed Brown. What I love about these guys is that they go completely unscripted. It's pure stream of consciousness, and you have these situations where they're just trying to fill time. These conversations devolve into Ed and Dan sharing personal stories that are a little off topic, and the conversations go completely off the rails. There's a clip where Dan talks about how he has flat feet, and they focus on that for about a minute.
I got the curse of having flat feet. And I got to tell you, these people say, it's just flat feet. What's the big deal? You try stomping around Disney World or something like that for a day. My feet are barking, I mean to tell you. And they always give me these orthotics, and they say, this is going to work, because it'll push up your arch. All it does is I flatten it down within the next 2 months. Say this, if there's any doctors out there that can fix my feet, you'll be well compensated.
Here's another clip where they talk about their college days and Mizzou grads.
We had a buddy, and who will remain nameless, but he died, and he had his death grip on the beer can, and literally they had to pry it on open just to get the beer out of his hand.
That's a true Mizzou grad.
Yes.
Somebody who won't even let go of their beer in death.
Oh my gosh. That must have been a heck of a hangover.
Here's a clip where Dan tries his employee's bathtub beer.
Ever since one of our employees mixed up some chemicals in a bathtub and he came and said, this is ale. And like an idiot, I took a drink of it and it was the most putrid. Ugh, I almost gagged. And I almost fired him too, but I didn't.
Dan is the lovable goofball who sometimes forgets where he is.
Hello from, what is this place called?
Sometimes he forgets the phrase.
Well, who am I killing? I'm kidding.
Sometimes he mispronounces the names of things.
Like a Hamlet?
Hamlet, there you go.
The hospitality. This is a monument. Help me out. Improvisation, whatever it is. I don't know how you'd say it.
And sometimes I have no clue what Dan is talking about.
Well, I got a sports car, and that doesn't mean that I'm gonna. It's allowed.
And he also has an extensive beer can collection.
One of my favorite cans, well, two. Here's Greasy Dick Brothers. It's an old St. Louis brewery. The Greasy Dick name, you still may know some people in St. Louis with the last name. Greasy Dick.
I watched a ton of these videos and realized that Ed is actually kind of a badass.
Have you ridden your bike? And
My motorcycle, yeah.
Okay.
I have ridden out here. Yeah.
All right, we'll do.
He speaks Russian.
Я говорю по-русски. Если вам русский, позвони меня. Я смогу помогать вас.
Plays the guitar and the harmonica.
Wait a minute, I hear something in the distance. Wait a minute, what is that? Here comes a train.
In case case you haven't noticed by now, Ed is wearing an eye patch.
Wait a minute, here's the eye patch. See, I can't see the patch, so I don't know.
Apparently, it's from some kind of accident he had as a kid, but the fact that he grew up to become a personal injury lawyer with an eye patch is just so perfect and ironic.
Shout out to our clients.
Well,
Ed loves to give his brother a hard time, and there are so many great moments where Ed completely torches Dan.
And in 1973, Aloha Skating Rink opened. It was the first time I think I ever held hands with a girl.
And the last time. Yeah.
You want to go out and feed the chickens or anything?
Yeah, it's kind of a kid's thing, isn't it? It takes skill, which I don't think Dan's going to be able to.
Hey, wait a second here.
No hand-eye coordination.
Hey, well, but I did get food poisoning once, which was...
Yeah, you always get food poisoning. You got a delicate system.
When was the last time you heard the word cool? Hey, man, that's cool.
I hear it all the time.
It becomes obvious that they clearly only did one take for each location. There are even times when random noises completely interrupt the conversation and they just leave it in for air.
In a big truck that's going to take away all the sound. Right next door was a veterinarian's place where we used to take our dog, Firehouse. But there are a lot of good memories here. Daltrey's voice was spot on. Hello. There we go. But hey, God bless them. Hopefully everything turns out okay.
5, 6, 7.
Don't change the channel!
But that's what makes these infomercials so great. This unscripted, one-take approach allows them to completely remove the boring and manufactured feel of infomercials and instead gives you an honest, unfiltered, and uncensored look at who they really are. And they're so funny. Here's a clip of Dan describing the plot of Monty Python's The Holy Grail.
3 questions. The first one, yeah, okay, we'll do. And the second one, yeah, okay, we'll do. And third one, if I'm mistaken about that, please don't call me. Call my receptionist.
Here's another clip where Dan talks about indigestion.
I like barbecue, but my stomach doesn't. Yeah, it's not indigestion. It's more or less, who am I fooling? Yeah, it is kind of indigestion. I mean, I tell you, I ate too much.
He even does an impression of an airplane. Almost every segment ends with a transition where Dan awkwardly puts his hands out and leans back out of frame.
Every time you go like this, you got to take a shot.
Yes! Yes!
All right.
Yes!
All right.
Yes! Going.
There's even one clip where he almost falls right into traffic.
Well, I'm gonna do this, and then
There's even one outro where the cameraman focuses on a pack of geese for 30 seconds straight, and I'm about to show you that clip in its entirety because it's hilarious.
So don't change the channel. No! Look at these poor animals. Do it for the animals, please.
And sometimes Dan begs us not to change the channel. In fact, he tries to guilt us a little bit.
Don't change the channel, please. I got children to feed. Something, anything. Do I have to beg? No! All right, going. Ah! Don't change the channel, please. Don't change the channel. We're gonna have good stuff.
I think it's important to mention that when I was doing research on Brown&Brown, I found out that Ed passed away in October of 2020, and I really debated whether or not to even make this video. But after watching a few of their videos, I realized they clearly have a good sense of humor and don't mind laughing at their own expense. I also tried to be as positive and respectful towards Ed as possible. My goal in all of this was to share this video because they made me laugh so hard, and I just hope that other people get as much enjoyment out of them as I did. It does look like there was a bit of a gap in the content, but I am happy to report that as of September 2021, Dan is back out on the road making more videos. Ed was sort of the anchor that grounded Dan in reality, so now I think we're entering this new phase, which I call Dan Unleashed, and he is just goofier than ever.
The rules against perpetuity is you. Oh, no. I got so many cease and desist letters. I don't have room in my closet for them anymore. Well, sheesh. Please don't sue me.
There are roughly 30 videos on YouTube, and most of them are under 1,000 views. And I wasn't able to watch all of them, but there are so many great moments, and I highly recommend checking them out.
All right.
So off we go.
We had, gosh, I always want to say, I want to sing a song.
Just say goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.